Go. I woke up with these crow's feet, but I
Yeah.
am losing no sleep.
Hot
dog. They show that I am
Hot dog.
Welcome to the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
It's a
Hot
Mickey
dog.
Mouse Clubhouse.
Come
Holy
inside.
shit, why-
There's cum inside.
We love cum.
My fucking god, you big shit.
It's the
Hey.
Findings Podcast, episode 1000.
We made it there quick, didn't we, boys?
We just made a
Sure
bunch
did.
of 1 seconders. That way we could really get our numbers up there.
Yeah,
Dude,
we have to seem established.
that's got to be a good hack. I thought about, I honestly thought
Dude,
about it.
you
but
motherfucker.
I thought people would get pissed. But on TikTok, I thought about one time, like, it'd be funny to make a video that was like playing like one note on the guitar and it just sounds like a slow intro or something. But then it just keeps looping this one note and you can't tell that the video's looping. And then people end up watching it 1,000 times, expecting a song,
wow.
motherfucker.
You
They
fucked
listened
up like 1,000 times.
Yes.
Inside joke.
Yeah, that one's
But
real
funny.
inside.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. That was
That's
my
not a
bad.
bad idea, Z. I mean, if they like fall asleep listening to the one note and it plays like 1,500 times,
Yeah. And
It's
then
gonna
you're
boost your-
then you're rich like the Cranberry guy, dude.
Cranberries, great band.
Oh my god. That's weirdly, I thought of the band The Cranberries before I realized who you were talking about. But
I also don't know the Cranberry guy.
fucking Dogface 420.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
The dude from my town.
There's a
my
point of-
town.
Point of
Yeah.
Not
contention.
your towns. Bitches. You fucking
Oh.
moved. I'm a loser.
but you're in a town with a guy that was super temporarily famous on social media.
You know, I think people would probably still be excited to see him.
How often do you see his Nissan Frontier?
His niece on the frontier. Well, I used to
hope-
see her on the Oregon Trail.
What's the difference?
Well, she died
What?
of dysentery.
Speaking of died, I dyed my teeth.
Holy shit, good job, dude.
Oh, Pussy White.
Yeah.
Pussy white.
I was gonna say he got a tattoo on his teeth. But...
It wasn't cheap.
Mm.
This is modeled after Jay's cat.
Oh,
For the people at
Giuliani,
home,
for Rudy Giuliani.
I got a white plastic cat to hide my teeth.
Dude, I'm sorry, but I'm sure you guys are gonna see. I don't know. They're fucking on me today, so I'll try to
Jay, it
keep
makes
them
the
out.
podcast fun. It's like you're what's a good like example?
Jackson Galaxy.
Jay, I imagine you're trying to it's like having kids, trying to do anything at all with kids, trying to talk to someone, do something important, and you're just
Oh yeah.
quiet down over there. They're just on your back. You're like, Jesus Christ.
Every time it's like, oh, my friend's coming over for sure. Hannah's up our butts.
Dude.
Dude, did you guys see I still had my giant killing trophy?
Yeah.
Well, they can't
I'm-
take it away. Nobody's beat your numbers.
I'll never
When they
get-
do, they'll come take it back. It looks really valuable. It doesn't look like paper.
It's not. It's actually like thin silver.
Thin silver. With the
Hmm.
most the most expensive silver. Long dong silver.
We all know when
Oh.
it's light. It's
Did
it's
you
worth
guys end up visiting Don's Green Dong? Did we ever find out what that was?
No, I never looked it up. I love it.
Shit.
What was the before Don's Green Dong? What was it?
I don't
'Cause-
know.
Dude, we were talking about something that was like dong dings dong, and then you said Don's Green Dong, and it was too much. It was hilarious. Do you guys have a wipe for my fucking glasses? I can't see.
Are we all gonna go from glasses to no glasses?
I do have contacts. I'm going into my contact phase. But look at this. That
Oh,
doesn't read at all, does it?
it looks a little dirty. I think.
But no, I'm nearing my contact phase. I spend 6 months with glasses and then 6 months with contacts. Problem with when I wear contacts is my wife has to put them in. She has to hold me down and hold my eyelids open to put them in. So it's fucking torture. And I leave them in for 6 months.
Well, dude,
Same pair.
Nice.
it's probably tough getting back them through those lovely lashes you got.
Right.
I got lovely lashes, and she says that every time. If you didn't have these double L's, I could get through.
Why you
So
trying
you
to keep
guys-
mama out of there, huh?
Keep mama out of them eyes.
But
So do
no,
you guys have a story from like early on with your significant other that was really like embarrassing?
Yeah, but I'm not saying it here.
Oh,
I do. I have one.
all right. Let's hear it.
My significant other, like my wife,
Yes.
or you guys?
The wife. We're not
Oh,
married.
okay. I don't know.
Whatever came first.
I mean,
That would be-
chill, dude.
I always come first.
Same.
So does my dad.
My embarrassing story is when we were kids, I became friends with Zac Jacobson because our parents probably met at the bar or the meth house at some point.
No.
Not meth. No, I'm just kidding. But no, they probably met somewhere. We lived like 4 blocks away in the same neighborhood. And so my parents came over for like a poker night at your house. And I'm actually just setting up how we became friends. And you were playing Mario Kart, I think.
Sounds like me.
You know,
Sounds
the
like
parents
me.
go do their thing. They drink, they play poker, they play their 70s trap music. 70s trap is the best, by the way.
Like
But
Steve
no.
Miller Band. Yeah.
And I think you were playing Mario Kart. That's like my earliest memory of hanging out at your house. And we were trying to we weren't playing the game. We were trying to find ways
We were trying to drive over Chocolate Mountain
yeah, we were trying to get outside of the map, and we
to land
spent
on the milk. We thought there was milk over there.
As we call Ford digging.
or digging,
Yeah.
and that is what we called it. So that's my earliest memory of Z. Long time, one of my best friends ever. But I started to go hang out over there more because I think you were my only friend at that time in our neighborhood.
That's right.
And your next door neighbor, your next door neighbor was me current wife. And
Indeed. Weird.
I,
but yes.
I'm sure that we all had somewhat of a crush on her back then, but I was like infatuated with her.
Oh, dude,
Well,
I dated her sister, so we all. I mean, yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
It
Jake
all-
took the consolation prize. I had a crush on any fucking girl that talked to me. So
But Monica was like this little kind of tomboy. She's riding her bike around, but I was like, dude, I just fucking, not to say I knew we would be married, because that's stupid to say.
idiot.
But I was like, she's so beautiful. And I remember I was also a shy kid, so I wasn't like, do you want to be my girlfriend or anything like this? But she just gave me nothing ever, like no reciprocation of like a crush. And then she ended up moving away in like 5th grade. She moved away.
Yep.
yeah,
In summer.
I remember I literally remember her saying goodbye to me and Zach.
I know we were so sad, dude.
So sad.
Because they
It
were
was-
like our buds, because they have, as
pool.
Jake knows. The pool.
And a
No, but
Rottweiler.
they had 4 kids over there. The mom and dad were fun. They were all nice. They were like a whole unit that made you feel welcome. And they had lived there for like 4-ish years, I think. And
That sounds right.
we had just become really close with them. And my sister was Jake's wife's like best friend the whole time. So we'd gotten really close with Monica too, just being around all the time and shit.
And the truthful reality of everything was Zach and I were never friends. I would go to his house, try to get closer to Monica. I mean, in the long term, we ended up becoming buds. Jay, your cat is peeking.
I know. I'm watching her. It's driving me nuts.
What'd she
Peeking
take?
over your shoulder.
Is she on shrooms?
Dude, she's probably gonna launch onto my shoulder and give me just another scar. It's super cool.
Dude, I'm peeking.
Oh, there's another
bruh.
peek. Oh,
Oh, here it comes.
Holy shit!
dude,
That's a
clip it.
promo shot. That's a
that's a
promo
strike.
shot. That's
Dude.
a fucking strike.
I'm telling you, love finds a way.
I can't wait to add a bowling sound effect right as she jumps on your shoulder.
But okay, so Monica and her family moved away to the current town I live in, which is crazy. I don't know how that makes any sense, but they moved here, and my crush that never was died out. And then I think they came to visit like 3 years later. Does that sound right? 3 years?
Yeah.
It was a reasonable amount of time.
And I remember being at your house when they showed up and everything, and Monica had like, I mean, she was always a prude all the way through high school as well, but she had a Playboy shirt on. It was like a pink shirt with a
Jesus.
Playboy bunny on it, or a black shirt with a pink Playboy bunny.
I can't even picture that.
2003 hot.
And at that time, I still had zero game. So I was just like in the background being like, oh.
Wishing you could get in them apple bottoms, huh?
But I remember, Zach, I think I was like, will you call Alicia and ask Monica if she's like into me? And you did. And it was like I'm not into anyone type answer, but it was like, yeah, he's fine. Like, whatever. And then she fucking left and went back to Utah. Fast forward until I'm 19 and I'm on MySpace. This doesn't really answer, because you said a time where a significant other made you embarrassed, or what was it?
No, just kind of being embarrassed in front of them in the early days.
I think this is a long-term version of it.
Yeah, like like 15 years of it. I fucking suffered that. But do you remember when we
Well, you were
when
the
my-
winner at the end, pretty much.
I am.
is what
We'll
you're
see
gonna
how it
say.
goes. She might get bored of me.
20 years later. Anyway,
But Z, you remember when
MySpace.
we got like MySpace and we decided to look her up, and she had these like Christmas pictures,
oh yeah.
Ooh, the hottest
And-
pictures.
and she's with her ex Jesse, who's like one of my best friends now, which is wild. And they were wearing like Christmas sweaters, and they were like so adult seeming.
Yeah, I still can't see Santa without getting a boner.
Same.
Dude, picturing her with Jesse is so weird.
It's crazy. I mean, they dated for like I think 3 years or something while she
What
was in
the
high school. I know.
Fuck.
Dude, in high school, that's an eternity.
Yeah. But I remember we stalked her on MySpace, and then that dissipated. Fast forward like 4 more years, and we're just working at Hertz, and I have like a suggested friend or something, and it's Lori Porter.
Oh, yeah. You went for the young meat, huh?
He
with a different
he had
idea.
the old bull, and now he wants the young calf.
Step Brothers.
Ah,
No, I saw Lori Porter, and I was instantly like, I need to try for a third time, because I've got great game if we're typing from long distance,
Oh, dude.
because I can sit and think about things to say.
dude, it
I'd
was a
say real
game
shit over
changer.
text. You
Dude,
know?
we got to see that transition. Like, we had to start off trying to talk to girls in person and over the phone and stuff, and then we discovered MSN Messenger,
Boom.
And it was
MSN
like,
Messenger,
what?
MySpace
Yeah.
messaging, I guess, like any like text.
That is
Dude,
where I
that's
first started talking to girls.
Well, because
Was it
no, I don't think
Messenger.
MySpace I don't think had a messenger. I think you like got their MSN information on MySpace in a comment or something.
yeah, maybe I
Or no,
remember.
it did have messaging, but people it didn't have like it wasn't like a chat messaging. It was like a I don't know, an email style
like a letter.
of messaging. Yeah. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
super old school,
And
but
then
I
you
remember.
sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. I was gonna
No,
say,
you're good.
then you just get their info and add them on there and talk to them.
yeah. So I think I added Lori and I was like, hey, how have you guys been? And she probably didn't even know who I was, but she put 2 and 2 together. And I was, just how you doing? Oh my God, I remember living by you guys and shit. And then I'm like, how's your sister? And she was like, she's good. And I'm
4
like,
sentences in.
yeah. I'm like, I don't know if she gave me her number or had her add me. I don't remember MySpace. Did you have to add a friend to like
Uh,
talk to them?
Ooh, to talk, I don't know.
I think you could send a message without being friends, but you couldn't like comment
Okay.
on the
They couldn't
page.
be on your top 10.
Oh no way.
I certainly was not on her top 10. But she eventually got me in touch with Monica. Monica had like literally just broken up with Jesse. So the timing was perfect. And we messaged forever. She came and visited.
He's a
You know,
swoop inner dude.
one thing leads to another. She ends up graduating and getting an apartment in Idaho Falls, which is our hometown where I was at the time. And boom, 15 years after that, we're married with 3 kids.
Dude, I remember the first day she came and actually hung out with us. We went and saw a movie.
Oh, we did, huh?
It was
What
me,
movie?
you, and Chase and her.
Oh God.
What movie?
I guess I forgot that. I remember playing apples to apples with her, and she did not know our humor at all.
Yeah. It was rough, dude. I remember that.
That was brutal.
God, I didn't realize that game was that old.
Well, I guess that counts as an embarrassing story, you know.
Yeah, it's like 15 years of embarrassment of just not being seen by the one that you love, and then I guess actually kind of currently still not always being seen.
Well, that's just natural, I think.
That's real though, dude. That's just life. Dude, okay. I got an embarrassing story. It's not about Tia. I'm sure I can think of a million with Tia, but as far as the one that takes the fucking cake, no one's ever gonna hear it. Not even you guys. I'll never tell you. I'm embarrassed of it to this day. It's one of those ones where you think of it, and as your mind's thinking of it, like your body has to react, and you're like, "Oh, milk!" Like you're just something comes up.
Oh,
Wait,
the-
how old is that story, Jay?
That story is when I lived on Arcadia Street. So when I was working at Jimmy John's, so
So Boise era.
22-ish, probably.
Last year?
I fucking wish, dude. I got these fucking gray daddies.
Oh,
coming
I
in.
thought you meant 2022. I'm like, it's
Oh
that.
no, I was
Okay.
22.
Okay.
No, that story's going with me to my grave.
That's
But
fine.
I did have an embarrassing story where I did try to hit on a girl, and this was fucking 8th grade at Rigby Middle School. Dude, and I don't know if all of it's true, but I'll just give you the rundown. So this girl, Ashton, don't remember her last name, but I can't say much now because that's like pedophilia. But when I was her age, just gorgeous, you know? And I was the weird fucking kid who had really long hair, but also would put gel in it. And so just had fucking
Oh, dude, that might have been cool at some point.
I don't know. It didn't
Like a
seem like it.
Nirvana,
it was just
Kurt
cool
Cobain.
have your hair look wet all the time.
Dude, I swim, motherfucker. Dude, but
Oh.
so we're in Spanish class and you get called up in front of the class to read a part of this book in Spanish. And when I get called up, I drop a note on her desk, sly as fuck.
Damn.
All
Oh,
right. And weirdly, everybody saw it. Even my teacher looked at me like, come on, dude.
Oh,
Like,
that's balls.
I saw that shit. And so I do that, and oh God, it's so fucking embarrassing. I remember maybe not the exact wording, but the contents, dude. And I was late to realizing people wanted to fuck, okay? I was a sweet boy. I was like, let's hold hands.
wait, how old were you?
8th grade.
I mean, I don't know how many people were fucking in 8th grade.
Well, I found
Some
out
were.
it was more than I thought. Everybody
She
looked
was-
at me like a bitch, dude.
Oh God.
So I gave her this note. It was literally like there was this shuttle bus that would take us all up to the mountain to go skiing, night skiing after school if you paid for it, whatever.
Right.
Oh
So
yeah.
I signed up for that, and I knew she did it, and I was like, hey, I think you're really pretty. I was thinking it would be cool if we could go snowboarding together, ride the lift together and stuff like that. Like,
Dude,
pretty,
that's sweet for an 8th grader.
it was very honest and sweet.
It wasn't like I'm gonna fuck you, I'm gonna hold you down, I'm gonna step on your neck. Like what? What did she expect?
No, all I know is, this is the part I say I don't know if it's true, but my stepbrother, this motherfucker is like, yeah, I saw her walking down the hall reading it and laughing with her friends, and I'm like,
Ah,
Classic.
just kill me, because I have to
Classic.
see her every day at school now.
Yeah.
Like,
and
Well,
her
those-
friends know my feelings. Everybody knows my feelings.
yeah, it's
Brutal.
Those are the heavy ones.
That's
as a
heavy.
middle schooler.
It broke my heart.
Dude, it breaks my heart. Z, do you have any of the same caliber of story?
Well, when I asked you a question, I was kind of thinking of a story.
Here we go.
When my wife Jasmine and I first got together, we were at my dad's house. And my dad, it's kind of a cliche story, but I don't really care. It's funny. But my dad's toilet would overflow sometimes, at annoying ass times.
I
And
love where this is
Yeah.
going.
Usually it wasn't a big deal, but this time of course, fucking had diarrhea. Diarrhea in the
Oh,
toilet.
no.
This is
I
like
thought you were gonna say it was her, so this is better than I
No,
thought.
this
See,
is
that's
me.
what I was thinking as well.
This is like my 3-week-old girlfriend at this point, not a baby.
She's that
but
young?
We were together for 3 weeks at that point.
Dude, I don't judge. We
No,
live in a very progressive
It's-
time.
It's all cool.
I don't think I've dated a baby since I was a baby.
I'm
Well-
pansexual too, dude. It's totally chill.
I was
Z,
trying
we'll
to-
see how things go.
but-
I wouldn't say never.
But anyway, I had diarrhea. The toilet clogged. I made the terrible mistake when it was like all the way full to the rim.
No.
You didn't flush it again.
Well, I plunged it a teeny bit, and then I'm like, okay, we're probably good, and flushed it. And it fucking
Ooh.
all over the floor, shit water everywhere. And I just like jumped up on the bathtub and the counter and was like balancing, and I just didn't know what to do. And it was like putting shit everywhere.
I mean, that
And my dad and everybody was asleep downstairs. And I was just getting
That's-
flooded, so I had to call her in to help me.
I mean, this is a slow roll, but that's a strike.
That's
That's
And that's
a strike.
so she came in.
Ooh.
I had
that's
to
a
call out
spare.
the door. Sweetie, like I need
Well,
help.
you were calling her sweetie at that time?
I think so, maybe. I don't know.
But you
maybe
guys
not
were
yet.
fresh.
Yeah.
That's what you were saying?
Yeah.
Oh, and
we
now
were
she has
pretty
to
fresh.
see and
So-
smell your shit.
everywhere, all over the bathroom, the whole floor.
God.
And so she came in and she just could not stop laughing.
Hey, that's a good
Just
sign.
dying. Yeah.
That's
And
a good sign.
That's why we're still
Stop.
going strong. But she
Stop.
helped me clean it up. It all leaked down into my dad's laundry room, poop water everywhere. But
Oh,
we toweled it up and we're still going strong. Just had our 3-year anniversary
Dude, you'd be single
From your-
in my eyes.
from our marriage.
from your
our
marriage.
From our marriage. We've been together like 13 years or something like
13.
that now.
Nah, dude, I don't do fluids. No, I can't.
You would have been done. Tia would have done diarrhea on week 3.
Dude, if I had to
Dude.
leave up a floor or like clean up a floor full of cum, I could handle that. But that's I
And you
get
have.
with my asshole.
He's like, I'm used to that. That's just fucking Friday night, man.
Dude, I mean, if you're lucky,
Bukkake Tuesday.
the wife's out of town.
Dude, that's the wonderful thing about women is they have different abilities and like thresholds for certain things like shit. Like I've cleaned many a baby diaper. But sometimes when they're sick or something like that, or they it's like I'm
If it's
I
a
gotta-
real one, I'm
yeah, I gotta exit. And Monica is just like she has like a weird like ability to not have it smell so disgusting. I think they have a different like filter in their nose
Dude,
biologically.
dude, wouldn't
my
that be
long
lucky?
hair cat had a shit stuck to her long hair asshole.
Oh
and
no.
like it was stuck. She doesn't ever do this, but she was scooting her ass on the ground and stuff, and we're like, what
Oh,
the
I've seen
fuck's
that.
going on? Dude, she had a fucking log on her ass. And it was funny to me. But then when Tia was like, we have to clean it, we have to get it off her ass, I was like, okay. She starts trying to pull it off, dude. The smell, I was just like,
Yeah, you have to like get her in the bath and like literally crumble it in your hands
No.
to break it up.
No,
Jay,
dude, I
you
can't.
know, I want to
hate it.
sympathize with you, but we have a fucking 18-year-old cat rolling around this house.
Oh god,
Who's
that thing's
dying,
covered in shit.
And he has this awesome habit of just hanging his ass out the litter box and just diarrheaing every time all over the floor because all he can eat are wet food because he's got gushy teeth. So he
Oh my
he
god, let's
can
get
only
this
have
guy on
wet
the pod.
food,
This
dude.
boy is just getting sadder and sadder.
I'll get him after the commercial break. I got to take a
Dude.
pee anyway.
It's
I
so
gotta see this
funny.
boy, and I want to give him every ounce of love that I could
Oh, he
because he's
needs
going
it.
through it.
BK, dude. Diarrhea every day.
BK, DK coin.
Wait, is his name BK?
Yeah.
Burger King?
Bitchy kitty.
Oh, okay. I was like, Burger King? Why?
His name really is Socks. And he looks just like, do you remember your cat Boots?
Oh my god, I love
Boots,
Boots.
classic boots.
He looks exactly like Boots, except he's all craggly now. 'cause
Oh, that breaks my heart.
he's 18 years old.
Yeah,
Dude,
those socks
that's-
get crusty, dude.
Yeah, they do. 18-year-old Socks. Holy shit.
I love how much we talk about cats. I still think, I know it's the Findings podcast. We could rename it. We're not that far in. Rename it Guys with Cats.
No,
Just
it,
an idea.
it would have been a good one.
We just only talk about cats.
Cat guys.
Dude,
I mean, Jay doesn't need to talk about anything because he's got fucking
Cat
panthers and
dads.
shit jumping on his shoulder
He's got the shirt.
constantly. He's like in a nursery of cats and a cat shirt. So
I do what
This
I
is-
want.
it's my cat dad shirt. I've been embarrassed about it this entire time. I'm
Dude,
like, this is such a fucking Walmart shirt. dude.
That'll be our first podcast shirts. They'll just say Cat Dad.
cat dad,
Those are probably made already.
which is a good reference back to Bat Dad. I mean, Bat Dad.
I know, and Bat Dad, his name got kind of overtaken by that what was he, like a Vine guy? That dad that was always wearing the
Oh
Batman.
shit,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, the Batman dad.
Yeah, his name was Bat Dad also. But
Are
Bad
you gonna
Dad,
clean that mess up?
Bad Dad was my World of Warcraft character. But to be fair, I got the name from South Park in the first place.
But that, I mean, that was your main.
Yeah,
That was your boy.
that was my druid. I was
That
a
was your beans was mine. Jay, what was yours? Fruffin?
Fruffin.
Fruffin.
I still
Fruffin
use
was a
that name.
cat. He was a cat druid. I was a bear druid. Jake was a hunter.
Hunter, dwarf.
With the badass rare
Dwarf.
rare spawn hyena Rufus, dude.
Yep.
Rufus.
I know. I
Dude,
love that you
them's
just
were the
kept that
days.
pet. You kept that pet forever. There's all these like badass new ones coming out, and you're like, nope,
Yep.
fucking.
I'm a
Rufus.
loyal guy.
It's
Ask
true.
my wife.
And Jake likes to be different. He doesn't.
I do like to be
just
different.
Well, that is
roll.
what sucked as a hunter. It's like everybody has the same fucking pet. Cool. So fun.
Yeah,
And the
that's-
hunter, if you're a hunter, you're just classically an idiot.
yeah,
because
or
there's
at
so
least
many
back
of
in the
you.
day. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know the
no.
rules anymore.
Yeah, like back when we played, if you're a hunter, everyone's like, "Oh, great, another hunter."
Yeah.
If you're trying to get part of a raid, they're like, "We don't need any more hunters
They call
because there's a
them
million of you,
huntards.
huntards." But
Hentai.
I proved my worth.
Jake
I
proved his worth.
I did.
He was the greatest hunter when we were doing TOC, ICC.
Your
those-
beans. I
all
know
those
you
seasons.
didn't mean to.
Oh, we gotta once we come back, let's talk about that fucking guild we were part of because that
That was weird.
that was super weird.
All right, boys. I'm gonna pee and then I'll BRB.
What's up, all you dirty pieces of shit? It's your boy Bats, aka Chase, aka Bought Phillips, up in this bitch, and this is the Findings Podcast. You.
So,
I got the BK.
yep. This is like an ad break. This is that lovely old boy.
He's a handsome
angel.
boy. He's very
He-
old.
What is? I mean,
Like-
he's 18. What is that in human years?
Old.
Old.
I don't know. Is it the same as dog
He's
or?
like 120 or something.
Oh my
Dude.
God.
Everybody at home, I've met this young man. Send him you love. BK all day.
He's a good
Prayer-
boy.
Thoughts and prayers, people.
I'm gonna
Thoughts and
take him.
prayers.
I'm gonna take him back to his bed, and I will be back. You guys,
All right.
continue.
We will talk about that.
Oh my God. You take him to his bed. That's so sweet.
Dude, that's beautiful. I love animals. Jay, like we were just talking about, the WoW. No one's gonna give a fuck about this. There's probably one person that listens that plays WoW. But we were in a few guilds, growing up playing WoW, and we just somehow got invited to a certain guild because they seemed cool, and it was literally like all 60 to 75-year-old women, right?
I swear, 100%.
And I remember like Jay quoted it before. I don't know if it was before we stopped recording, but like I would mess up and I'd go stand in some shit where I shouldn't stand in and I die. And what did they say, Jay?
Like, oh, it's your beans. I know you didn't mean to. They're
Which
so
is-
sweet.
It's so wild because that game is, I mean, predominantly male, probably 85% male. And then once you get up into like where you're starting to do raids and shit like that, I mean, it's like 95% male. Like you almost back then you never heard like a woman's voice. And,
There was usually like one
yeah,
out of
like
10
one.
people.
Yep. And I fucked up somehow. And they were like, it was like I was talking to my grandma. She's like, "Oh, you didn't mean to. It's okay. It's okay."
I
Which is such
remember,
a weird thing coming from
dude.
like what you're used to. Of like, what the fuck? Fucking idiot.
Just the most nurturing people.
Yeah.
You're gonna be great. Okay, just give it time.
Don't beat yourself up.
God, but
Don't
I
they
beat
know.
sucked
yourself up.
because you never got shit when you actually finished the boss. They always gave it to everybody else, and you're like, super cool. All right.
Dude, those kind of people always make me feel so awkward though. Like there's like this lady at work, like you'll just be casually saying one of those things that people say, like when you met, I don't have a good example, but you know, like when you mess something up and you just go like, "Oh, I'm an idiot," blah blah blah, and then she goes, "Don't say that about yourself. You know, I think you're smart, right?" Like you're just like,
It doesn't really help.
you're being nice, but it makes me feel so like awkward and like small, like vulnerable. I don't
It's
know the
also
word, but
so
like
it's no, sorry, Z.
no, go ahead.
God damn it. Fuck you, Zoom. I hate talking over my friends. It's I was just thinking of like how like modern gaming is, like online gaming. Like my oldest son plays like the new Call of Duty Battlezone or whatever it is. And he's playing with like teenagers and adults, and everyone's like, "What the fuck? What the fuck, you fucking idiot!" It's so like aggressive. It's the same
Yeah,
thing when I tried playing Apex. Like everyone's so mean. I would just mute
I don't
everybody.
I don't think that's new though. Like
No, it's not.
they were doing that back in the Halo days and
It's
shit like
true.
that. Like
It's true.
Xbox 360 Halo days was like what originated that super toxic racial slurs and
Yeah,
craziness.
you can just say whatever you want.
Yeah, it was like the
And
Wild West.
dude, and it somehow still is, except for you can get banned if you say certain words. You can get reported and banned and shit like that, which is like a, a step towards like improvement, I guess.
Yeah.
It's still wild what you can say and get away with, because I've heard it. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, no, when we were in the room at Jake's house while his kids were playing that, dude, this guy is just like, shut up, you little N-word. I'm like, oh shit, dude.
Oof.
Like,
yeah,
That's crazy.
that's pretty wild.
I'm like, that
yeah.
in itself is crazy. And that
And I
used to be
think
so
if
standard.
that was like that was the standard, was N-word talk.
Yeah.
But now I think you have to report them, and if it's like vulgar enough, then you get like a 1-day ban or something like that.
Oh
Like
yeah.
a 24-hour ban.
They're just trying to cut down on the toxicity. That's why like Nintendo's smart and they just go like, fuck you guys, you can't talk.
Yeah.
You can play together, but you can't talk to each other. Have fun.
Yeah, that is pretty smart.
Yeah, it just
Smart unless
keeps
you want to
things
make
simple. It's annoying sometimes, but
yeah. I was just gonna say it's smart unless you want to make money off like online games. Or
Yeah,
like Fortnite and Call of Duty just fucking
well, they probably just
destroy.
figure people will use Discord because you can use Discord on your phone or your
For
computer.
Nintendo.
I mean, I'm just saying you could be using Discord on your phone while you're playing
Oh right.
Switch with somebody or on your computer or whatever.
I just always assumed that Nintendo is more set up for more like casual online playing, families playing together.
They
I
are,
don't
but they have
imagine like a ton of people discording to play like a Nintendo game.
You'd be surprised from
Really?
all these videos that like Hannah's watching all the time. Because she's always just watching gaming videos. So she's watching people playing Mario Party and they're all in Discord together or just playing like whatever games, like Super Mario Maker and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
And just anything with multiplayer, they're just using Discord to chat it up. So I think they just figure, yeah, like they'll just keep their hands clean on that, and people really want it, they can just use third party shit.
And I love that Nintendo has made it this far with like the younger generation. Like most boys, I mean, I still feel like it's the same thing that it used to be. Like, I mean, there might be more females. There's definitely more female gamers than there was in like the 90s,
Oh yeah.
but I still think it's like probably 80% male.
Dude, I wonder what the stat on that is, honestly. I'd be so curious to know.
I don't know. Yeah, I'd say it was at least gonna be 70 at this point. Like there's quite a few.
Dude, yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Especially with games like, not to sound sexist or anything, but games like Stardew Valley and like these kind of games that aren't so focused on just like being the best and violence and
Yeah, I guess I would be considering more hardcore gamers in general. Like how many get like into competitive type games, like, like Jake was saying, Apex and stuff like that.
yeah, because if you're talking about a specific game, then yeah, it's different for sure. But if you're
Yeah.
just talking about games in general, I'd say it's probably like 60-40 at this point.
Yeah.
Just in general, all games, including The Sims and like just not to be
Yeah.
sexist again. Honestly, I play The Sims quite a bit.
Dude, I love
That
The
shit's
Sims.
fun. So
Yeah, we played the fuck out of that game,
yeah.
but we had different objectives in that game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were a little dark.
Oh yeah,
We
dude.
were
I still I'll always remember when I crashed my computer because I made Drew Carey and I made him a little cabin in the woods and I had him go light fireworks and
with like 300 pine trees
yeah.
surrounding your house.
Yeah.
Like as much as possible, yeah. And it just like fire and my computer just because yeah, that was the blue light special fucking Kmart computer that was $100
Yeah.
that we bought and got Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Oh my god, I
The
forgot
game,
about that
dude.
shit.
That shit was fun.
We just weren't good at it because we didn't know anything.
No, we were dumb kids. We're like, what's the Constitution?
We could get through like the first two and then be like, what?
Yeah.
It's too
Man,
bad.
I got close. I was almost a millionaire.
Because you fucking guessed your way through
Yeah.
and
Oh
used
yeah,
all
I
your
got it.
resources
Well,
or whatever.
dude, that's me now, though. I
Uncle
mean,
Ted on the phone, you know.
I'll answer the first, I don't know, maybe 5 questions if I'm lucky. I'm not great at Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Do you play it? Do you like
No.
have it on your phone or something?
No, I just mean when you watch it and
Oh yeah, play
Jay,
along.
You don't have to lie and act like you don't play it on your phone
Jay, are you a grandpa now?
to
You're
this
just
day.
you're watching Game Show Network and shit.
And-
I got a
Any-
sweet tooth. I got my dentures in. I want some butterscotch candies.
I was gonna say he's got a
dude.
bowl of butterscotch. He's fucking
Dude.
got Game Show Network on 24/7.
I don't know how people don't love butterscotch. It's amazing.
Dude, it is good.
The flavor is good. Hard candies can eat my dick.
Oh, really, dude?
They're kind of a pain,
You'd
dude.
think you'd like them because it's just constant. It's a sugar dip, dude.
Jay, I'm not 70 years old like you.
A sugar dip.
It's
And
so
I don't I'm not dipping butterscotch. Okay.
You need to.
God, I'm so glad we got an episode title.
Dipping
Butterscotch.
butterscotch.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Oh
I didn't mean to derail that, but dude, yeah, if they just made like I guess they do. Don't they have like soft, or are those just caramels? Like the soft, do they have a
Oh, the
soft
soft
Hey, dude.
butterscotch?
Yeah, they do. I think
Probably never seen them, but
they
a
good?
soft caramel,
that's because they're gone.
caramel.
Yeah, I
Dude.
Or
saw,
what's that soft?
I
I'm gonna
wanted
say
to
caramel.
I wanted to say caramel, but
Oh my
I felt
God.
like a fancy boy.
Dude,
Wait,
the thing is, we have like
I think it's just
an
caramel.
Idaho accent where we're like caramel. We
Caramel.
just like shortened it. But dude, what were those motherfuckers? They were like this, and they had that white jizz.
Yes,
in the
that's what I
middle.
was thinking. Oh my God, they're so good.
Dude,
It's kind of like a cowtail.
I was gonna say they evolved into cowtails.
Yeah, the cowtails were the
It's
long.
got the same
dicks.
jizz in the middle too.
Dude,
Same
that
jizz, longer dick.
is. Whew,
I know,
whew.
dude. I would just eat a bowl of that jizz.
Oh my God. I would be
Oh,
pouring it on my
Z.
face.
This reminds me because I'm just picturing Country Corner, which was a store. It was the only convenience store that was anywhere near our neighborhood while we
Yeah,
were growing
it
up.
was
So we would,
Corey and Trevor's convenience store.
yeah, we would walk 1.5 miles with like $1 each to go get something. And we'd get some fucking sixlets and a candy necklace and some Neckos. We'd get all that old school 90s.
Neckos.
Dude, Neckos
Dude.
were a fucking. I saw those at the store the other day. And Monica's like, you used to eat those? I'm like, it was like the best.
Antacid on the market, dude.
They were like antacids.
Oh
But
my
no, like
God.
a roll of Neckos was like way cheaper than any other candy bar. So I would get them fucking
Dude, that's because it's
Neckos.
chalk. They just make chalk.
Hey, it has sugar. I mean, I don't give a fuck. But oh fuck. We were Monica and I were at the store the other day
Oh shit.
and we were getting treats for our kids. And this store, Macy's, which is like a Utah thing, I think, they had their candy selection was wild, and it was so much of like the old school 90s candy, like Neckos, like Chico sticks,
Oh,
like
Chico sticks were fucking good.
dude, all those old fucking candies that I thought just went away. And it reminded me that like once when I was like 14, I had a job with my great uncle where I was making like $100 every 2 days. And so I just had cash. It was a fucking horribly tough job.
Oh shit. Was that the digging the dirt out of the basement?
Yeah, and hauling it up in fucking
Oh,
buckets and pouring it into a trailer.
Yeah. He tried to not pay us for one of the trailers, and we were like,
Yeah, we
Dude,
started to we started to
that's-
skimp out on the trailer loads.
oh,
was he burying somebody?
No, he owned this apartment complex, and one room in the basement was. I cannot tell you why or how. One of the rooms in the basement was fucking compact full of dirt and rocks. And he's like, I could hire a company to come remove this, but I'm going to hire my second nephew or whatever the fuck I would be to him to come do it himself. Cause dude, I was game. I wanted to make money.
yeah, that's such an easy out, dude.
Yeah. And I had to go in there and pickaxe. Sup, cat? I had to go in there and pickaxe this fucking dirt and rocks and then scoop it into buckets and carry it up a flight of stairs and pour it into this trailer. And he was like, every trailer you fill is $100. And it was fucking horribly like laborious work. It was horrible. But I got rich real quick as like I think I was like 12 actually.
Dude, yeah.
I was a 12-year-old going to Country Corner, our
Zach, you went
hometown
there
store.
once too.
I don't think I ever actually did the work though, but I remember going there.
Dude, it was fucking horrible, but I was a 12-year-old going and cashing $100 checks like 3 times a week. And so I had all this money. And it reminded me of when I used to have money and we'd go to the same store. It was probably like fast forward 4 years. We're in our teens, we have cars and stuff. And a lot of my friends didn't have money. It's like Justin, Chase, and I remember Justin specifically because like he wanted some candy or something. And I would say, I'll buy you this bag, this fucking 3-pound bag of circus peanuts, but you have to eat it all tonight. So I buy him like a really shitty candy, but I'm like, but you have to eat it tonight. Dude, I was a fucking cock.
You
in
pulled that
those
shit on
days.
me, dude.
I did.
That was always fun though. That made the night have like a challenge.
Yeah, it was a challenge. And it was, I mean, asshole move on my part in hindsight, but
Dude, he made me beat the entire Prince of Persia game in one night
Yeah.
for a moon pie.
I
I don't even care about, like, I don't even like him.
loved when Jake would do that, dude. He'd be like, beat this shitty game, the whole thing. Well, Prince of Persia is not that shitty as far as what I
it was great back then.
That was fun.
Pretty great.
It might not have aged well, who knows? But
Well,
anyway,
I hadn't beaten it.
I was
so
just gonna
like,
say, yeah, I fucking miss that when Jake would just be like, beat that game tonight, or you have all week to beat this. He would do that when we lived together in Utah a lot too.
Dude, I love the challenge, and I loved like what you were fighting for.
It was always
It-
so
it-
stupid.
It was. It was
That
like a 36-ounce bag of Red Hots. And you're
Yeah.
like, oh, that's just gonna destroy my mouth.
oh, I would have done a lot for that. I love
Yeah,
Red Hots.
you were a hot tamale Red Hot guy.
They're so good, dude.
Oh, he still
Cinnamon.
is. He still is.
Oh,
They weren't that good.
I am a proud old man. I just really like the strongest or weakest flavors.
Grandpa Jay.
No, I thought about that the other day, and it made me almost cry laughing that I would torture my friends that didn't have access to sugar or money. So I'm like, I'll get you the worst candy, and I'm gonna make you do a challenge to earn it. It was
Well,
super fucked up.
Dude, and we got to play on your fucking dope ass tube giant screen TV
Oh my god.
that weighed 700 pounds.
Dude, remember playing fucking Time Splitters on that thing?
Oh my god. That game
Dude.
was the shit.
If you had all the lights off, that TV was pretty fucking cool. But Z, your dad had a similar one. I remember going to your dad's house and he had a big screen, but it was
Yeah.
like it's literally like a huge plywood box and it weighs, like, no joke, 400 pounds. And if there's any sun shining in from any direction, it just glares off. There's like this front there. Any fucking sun shining in would just like ruin the picture 1,000%, and you'd be like guessing what you're watching.
Oh yeah, dude.
Dude, I inherited that TV from my uncle. I remember we went to Portland when I was like 8, and that shit was top of the line RCA, and it was probably, I mean, that's back when TVs were square rather than widescreen, but it was probably like a 60-inch. That thing
Dude.
probably cost like $3,000 in
It
the
was
90s.
so big. Yeah.
It did easily, dude. So I remember my dad's TV, he was paying off for such, well, I don't know. My dad was pretty responsible with money, but I remember he had to pay that shit off for a while. And
Yeah.
I just remember thinking it was ridiculous because now it's like, you spend like $600 and you get a fucking awesome TV that covers your whole wall.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what I
like
was gonna
4K
say.
curved.
That
Yeah.
thing stayed awesome for years though, because the technology took so long to upgrade. So that thing for years was really cool.
Well, remember
And
when they would always be like in the beginning when you got those TVs, like you can't play video games on them.
Yeah.
It'll
Oh,
burn into
yeah.
the screen. You
It's like,
can't.
Yeah, if you
what?
leave any picture on it, like a pause screen, it'll burn in. That might have
Just
been
like
plasma though.
the Mario background, but I remember them saying that about the big ones. I remember it actually happening with plasma.
Yeah, plasma was the big one where like you have to turn it off every time after use. If you leave one thing on it, it'll burn in
What
the
kind of
image.
horse shit is that? I got to be responsible and
Yeah.
turn my dude.
Yeah, dude, that happened on my old TV. Like it would always burn in like the Roku menu shit. Like you could just see like Hulu, Netflix.
Dude, I have that on my phone right now. You know why?
Why?
Because it's plasma. No, it's not plasma.
Did
But
it give all its plasma?
dude, I saw some TikTok because
I
I
donate plasma.
I spend a lot of time on TikTok because my job is very slow. And so 90% of my job is being on my phone. So I just scroll TikTok. And on TikTok, there's that little thing at the bottom, that little white plus sign. What does the plus
Yes.
sign look like? This?
I thought it was a cross.
It's a cross because it's a religious app.
Mhm.
But from watching so much TikToks, if I open up like my text or notepad or anything on my phone, I will still see that little burnt in cross from spending so much time on TikTok.
Holy shit.
Jake, did you ever
That's a
think
real
that
thing.
could
That's
be
wild.
it could be a sign from Christ? It's like
To do what?
when you see Jesus in your bread.
Oh my
I don't know. Do you ever know what the sign is for? Go to church.
spend less time on TikTok, I think is what it's telling me, but it could be a church thing.
From Jesus. He's
I'll
like,
try the I'll try
my
the church.
son, less time on the TikTok, more time with the family.
That actually makes a ton of sense. But like I
Holy shit.
said,
We're having
I-
breakthroughs. We're finding things on the findings today.
I can't spend more time with my family when I'm clocked in for work. I hope no one from my works hear this, that I spend
A
90%.
likely excuse. Sorry.
I spend way too
keep
much time
fucking
on TikTok at work.
Dude.
Give me
That
more work.
is what's funny is it just seems so awesome to me. I'm like, that would be the shit. Like, I can handle boredom. What I can't
It's
handle
horrible.
is constant. I'm just like, fucking shut it down. Like, turn the machine off. Like,
Yeah.
no.
Dude, it's hard.
It's horrible.
It's just a grass is always greener situation, dude. Cause
Yeah, I'm sure.
I fucking hate, like, I used to work at the group home, and like when your client was like taking a nap or something, it is the most boring shit in the world. You can like clean the house, but every other staff member already did, so it's already pretty clean. There's not a lot you can do. And I don't know, a lot of people would like bring their switches to work and stuff. But I'm just the type of person that can't get into something like that when I'm at work. So I never would, but I don't know. I just
That's all I would be doing, dude.
couldn't stand it. But now my job is just so go, go, go all the time.
Which do you prefer?
I don't know. I think
Really?
I think I still prefer go, 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 even though I'm more tired and shit.
I guess that's good for you.
Dude,
just-
go
you know,
go kills time.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sitting there just being like, oh, it's only been an hour.
dude,
And-
man, I'm busy.
Z, back in the day when we worked at Jack's,
Yeah.
that was almost the worst because it was like a mix of both things. It's
Yeah,
like,
and you never knew what to expect coming in.
yes. And it would be like you had to sit around and wait for a certain thing because you have to let these tires bake. They make all their way around this like a assembly line, and then they bake, and then all of a sudden you have like a ton of shit to do, and it's like, oh shit, go, go, go. And then you have to sit and wait again. And that
Yeah.
happens like 12 times a day.
Yeah.
That was like the
God.
worst mix of
So
the
it's
two
just
things.
suspense.
Suspense and then fucking go.
When we were on
What
the
a
night,
weird
the
job,
night
dude.
shift though, it was like way different because it was like you only had 2 of those you had to do.
That's true.
Like we had to pull the tires out, like the last ones that they cooked before they left. We had to pull those out and get them all painted up and grinded and everything.
Yep.
And then we had to go prepare the new ones and put them in like one load.
Dude,
So-
and it was literally a 2-man team. It's supposed to be 3. But I mean, the aforementioned juggalo that we worked with was always on his fucking phone outside screaming at someone. I'll fucking kick his ass. I'll
Always
fucking kill him.
all
I'll fucking
fucking
kill him
pissed
tonight.
off. Other than that, he's walking
Always.
around with his headphones just being like, what is a juggalo? A dead body.
Body.
Down in a man. Just
Yeah,
walking
dude.
around. Oh,
Fuck
dude.
yeah, talk about homies.
Dude, this guy was literally a 12-year-old in like a 26-year-old man's body. He
Yeah,
was the
'cause, like,
fucking worst.
we were just like, seriously, we would come to work, do our
That's the
thing,
responsible
try to
ones.
get out there like as fast as possible.
And that was the thing with our shift.
Yeah.
You got to leave when you are done with your work. Like most jobs are like you work 8 to 5. Like there's a cutoff point, and with us, it's like if you finish these 2 lines of tires, as soon as you do that, you get to go home.
Yeah.
So Z and I were fucking going and doing shit, other people's job, well, the
his-
juggalos' jobs.
Dude, you guys were fucking promotable material. Like, seriously, these guys
probably.
could own this fucking company.
But
We
yeah,
just wanted to go home.
because we had to
Uh,
learn
but-
all the positions.
But you
Everyone
did
else
everything
just-
right.
Yeah.
just so we could go home.
But I
Dude,
still
that's how all fucking jobs should work, by the way.
Don't you remember that
100%.
time when so we were going along just like this, like I said, just doing our thing. And then one day we get called into a meeting with him. And he-
Oh shit.
And he had all these complaints about us.
Yes.
What?
And do you even
Yes.
remember what they were?
No.
God damn it, I wish I did.
Oh, damn it.
But he had
What
all
could
these
they possibly be?
That's the thing. That's why we don't remember them.
because they were bullshit. And I remember
They
we
were
had to like
bullshit.
pretend to be sorry. But the annoying ass thing is it was like he was all buddy with us. And then one day he just annoyed us, so we just kind of didn't like talk to him.
Yeah, we got a little cold with him.
And then after that, we
Ooh.
had a meeting where he had all these complaints about us.
Yeah, dude, we got so sick of him not doing his job
Oh,
that
so
we
he
got
was
cold.
looking for a reason.
Yeah.
And then this fucking dude complained.
yeah.
But I mean, mind you, at the time, the dude that ran the plant was my father-in-law, and he knew who this juggalo dude was. And sorry, Jay, I'm staring at your fucking cat's eyes. They're
I'm so
beautiful.
sorry. I had to show her while she was cute.
Richard, my father-in-law, like as soon as Z and I talked to him, he was like, "Yeah, no, I get it.
yeah.
Like he's this way. He's the problem with that guy is he could be a great worker, and then he's either a great worker or he's fucking calling his aunt, being like, "I'll fucking kick Jimmy's ass tonight.
yeah.
Tell him to show up.
it was
Tell him to
just, like,
show up."
really immature for his age. Yeah. Like, I don't know any other way to explain it, but that just reminds me of something like a 14-year-old juggalo would be doing.
Yeah. And dude,
Well-
that's what I remember about him is that he was so immature for his age.
I have to admit, like, at
Look at that cat paw.
25,
Look at that cat paw.
at 25, 26, I seriously was I I wish I remember the year, but I feel like it was seriously around there. I was the worst worker, and my uncle knows it, and I've told him. I'm like, man, I would not be the guy I am today if you did not force me to do shit I didn't want to.
Jay, that's really hard to believe.
I went into work hungover every fucking day.
You can still work hard.
No, but this was hungover, like young party hungover, like
no water,
no water, straight hard alcohol,
mixing
partying
liquors.
like a motherfucker, dude. It was crazy. And I went in, I tried to call into work one day after having called into work like so fucking much. And he's like, no. He's like, you're coming in today. I need you. You're coming in today. And I'm like, oh. So I drove to work. Dude, this was the craziest day of my life. I drove into work all day. I'm standing, buffing, detailing cars, inside, outside, all that shit, and scanning them, doing all the work. I'm fucking throwing up like every 15 minutes. And at a point you're just dry heaving. So I was chugging water to it would just keep coming out. Yeah, have something. And then they're like, all right, you need to go to Expel. There wasn't they didn't have Expel downtown at that time.
Is that like Excel?
Or wait, no.
Computer
sorry.
program?
Is that the place you go to throw up?
God damn it. It would be a great one.
Dude, that was way better
though. It was Linex, so they had to spray a bed. And I fucking went to I had to drive to Caldwell. I think it was. From so this is like a 40-minute drive if traffic is low. Hung the fuck over.
Hung like a horse.
Dude, this horse had 2 dicks. I was hung, dude. And no joke.
Fucking Rasputin.
The guys, the body techs take old antifreeze things and they cut the top out and they put bolts and screws and shit in it. I fucking threw that shit all over the floor and was just while I'm driving fucking 80. It was,
oh my god. See, dude, that is a low point in life.
Oh, dude, it was one of my lowest points.
One of them, yeah. Wouldn't be the one.
I don't know what it is yet.
Because there's plenty
it's coming
to choose from.
I'm
not quite there yet, but
just like our
my
podcast.
God.
Not
dude, this pod has been a low point. This is the worst podcast we've ever done. Trash heap.
I think we have a lot of good shit in here.
No, we do.
It's like a drone heap.
I think some of it's kind of just so, but I think some of it was we just wanted to talk to each other, which is
so. This one was fucking the best one. Shut up.
I mean, and I will say this a little. We're gonna pull back the curtain a little bit.
We're gonna pull back your fucking balls, man. We're gonna pull back your balls. We're gonna lick your gooch. We're gonna be back after this commercial break from our sponsor.
Sponsor? I hardly know one.
Boom. Whether you're on the job or being a hot babe, if you have to poop your pants, you need some dirty jeans. Rick's got you covered. Rick's the only jeans with the patented poop protection, so you can shit yourself on the job and just keep going. Rick's dirty jeans. Welcome back to the show.
We're here.
I'm here. She's here.
We're still making money from these great sponsors here. Like this next sponsor is called Daniel's Tongs.
I love Daniel's tongs.
Yes, they're
Well,
very
best part about them is how long they are. In my opinion, I can reach, so I'll be 4 feet away from my grill. You know what I'm doing? Flipping steak, taking a drink off of the table, eating nachos, talking to my wife's best friend. Gives you basically free ability to be the grill daddy as well as the guy also sleeping with your wife's best friend.
I love that because you have what? You know what I love about it?
I'd like to hear it really quick.
I actually have not ever had what is it, Daniel's tongs?
yeah.
I Googled it and I bought Daniel's thongs, and I've got a box of thongs that don't fit well. And so I
Aw.
can't say that I fucked up and I bought the wrong thing, but I've got a bunch of thongs for them 3X ladies. If you're out there, hit me up because I got some 3X thongs.
It is unfortunate because I bet you spent probably 3 times what you would have on nut thongs.
I mean, we
Definitely.
can't even talk about nut thongs.
They did.
It's a different-
unlike us
it's a
on
different-
Instagram.
It's a different world with the
Yeah.
nut thongs.
Yeah, some ladies they got those flappers though, and they do use nut thongs.
We've established this, yes. Very accurate. But Daniel's Tongs,
Sorry, they're paying me on the side. I'm
No, they're
kind
great.
of
they're
sneaking
paying
in
all
here.
of us. We talk about Nut Thong every episode.
One of our best sponsors. Shout out nut thongs.
Shout
But
out
Z-
Nut Thong, shout out Daniel's Tongs.
Hashtag
Dawn's
continue
Green
with,
Dong, Purple Bound. We got fucking raccoon briefs. All of these.
Rick Sturdy Jeans.
And of course, I'm so sorry we can't forget.
I know.
Sturdy Jeans.
I don't have a list in front of me, so I tend to forget. But Z, I want to hear your Daniel's tongs
My take on it.
message. Yeah.
Well, so my toilet was clogged, as we've seen happen. And
Yep.
I hated to have to desecrate the great name of Daniel's. But I used Daniel's tongs to unclog the toilet. And I pulled it out. Turns out it was a dog's entire leg in the toilet.
It sounds
I
like
don't-
you turned it
Oh my
out.
god.
I don't know how that happened, but I didn't have to touch it. And these, I cleaned them up, good as new, used them for salad this afternoon. Only one of us got the plague, and the rest
That's
of
not
us
bad.
yeah, we're still kicking. So if you got a dog leg in your toilet, Daniel's tongs.
Put it in your mouth.
That is actually insane, because I've had a similar situation where I had to use like a standard size tong, like a grill tong.
Yeah.
I pulled that dog leg out and boom, both kids, wife, my uncle Steve, plague.
They what?
The
plague? Oh, fuck,
Yeah.
dude. All of them. got
Wait,
the plague.
because you pulled his tongs out?
The dog leg, it didn't have enough distance.
You have to have
Uh,
distance, Jay.
They
Yeah,
weren't
you
Daniel,
probably cooked it way too far away from the heat.
they weren't Daniel's tongs.
I didn't cook the dog leg before it entered the toilet. I pulled it out, I plagued my house, and then I cooked it, and it was a fine leg.
Oh,
It was a
marinating.
fine leg.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
the thing that a lot of people don't realize. The news stations aren't talking about it. You don't see it on social media, but there really is a dog leg in the toilet epidemic in the United States right now.
Some say it's in about 70% of every household.
Yeah. So if your toilet's clogged, don't just plunge it out. That thing could launch out, give everybody the plague in your house.
Also neuter your dog and maybe buy
No,
Dong-
Jay.
Don's
No.
tongs.
No.
Well, yeah,
Don,
Daniels.
Daniel. Yeah, Daniel's tongs.
Sorry. Yeah.
Don's are okay. They were like the predecessor.
Well, his are Don's Green Dong.
Well,
That's a
he
whole-
has.
That's a
That's
whole.
another
couple-
sponsor.
He's been through a couple entrepreneurial ships.
Well, really, it started because he dressed up like the Grinch on Halloween, and he was like, "Why isn't the Grinch's dick out? He's naked. You know, wouldn't the Grinch have a dick?" So he painted his dick too, and he was walking around. But after the party, he got rid of the rest of the costume, but he didn't wash his dick
So
Weird.
Don's Green Dong
for however long.
painted the Grinch's dick.
No, he was the Grinch.
Don's Green Dong was the Grinch.
Don was. He dressed as the Grinch.
Oh, and as soon as he dressed
dick
as it,
included.
then it became Don's Green Dong.
His dick was green because he was the Grinch, and then he took the rest of the Grinch costume off, but he decided he really liked the look
So
See, I
Don's
didn't-
green dong
of
is
the
a
green
dildo.
dong. No, it's his dong. It's just his. We're just advertising Don's Green Dong
Oh,
Yeah,
to get
and it-
people up to his mountain.
just to get them up to speed on. He's
Or
it-
just a
it's still
PCA.
green. He
We also
still-
do those.
He still hasn't washed it. He takes a shower with a Ziploc bag over it.
That's
He
smart.
keeps that boy green.
I love that he keeps that boy green. I was just thinking back to earlier in our ad when we were talking about the dog legs in the toilet and how I saved. I'm not going to say I saved my family from the plague. I saved 1 of 5. So I saved myself. I saved myself from it. And I'll tell you how. Steve's blatant seasoning.
Oh, what does this
I s-
thing do?
It
it
sounds
saves-
bold.
It saves you from the plague. So I pulled that dog leg.
That's it. It doesn't taste like anything. It just
Hey, I'll get there. I'll get there.
okay. Well, I mean, you got the most important part of it out of the way.
But Steve's blatant seasoning, I'll call it SBS for short.
All right.
Man, I pulled that dog leg, it killed my family, and then I laid that thing out and I seasoned it with SBS and it cooked so well.
It's just crazy that you're still eating the same thing that you could have put the seasoning on anything else.
Zach,
Well,
Zach, back me up here. Why would I not eat the dog leg?
yeah, when life gives you lemons, dude, what do?
Exactly.
You
What
cry
am I gonna
over
throw
your
it in the
dead
trash?
family? You don't cry.
Yeah,
Get a new family later after you eat
I
the
am
dog leg.
fine.
I do
I'm
have to
fine.
ask where the lemons come into play.
Well, you use
a
them
saying.
to fight off scurvy and also the plague.
Was that lemons or limes?
Lemons.
Lemons, vitamin C.
Yeah.
But as I was saying,
I
that
got vitamin
seasoning,
C.
Steve's blatant seasoning was, oh man. It's a beautiful seasoning.
When
love it.
your body starts coming back, I imagine it starts to feel really good.
My body never had any problems. I don't know why you would assume that.
The
This is our
plague,
spot.
the plague
I never got it. My
that you
family did.
healed.
He
You
had
didn't
blatant.
eat your.
He had the
but you-
blatant seasoning, Jay.
you
You're
only put
missing
that
this.
on your
See,
food?
Jay, and that's what you're missing, Jay. Is
I'm
They
that
just
are-
trying to get the story together.
They were already dead before the leg was cooked.
exactly. And I blatantly seized it with SBS. And that was the best rump roast tenderloin that I could have asked for. It was an amazing meal.
Okay, I understand now. I thought the plague came from the meat.
It did.
The blatant seasoning, Jay. The blatant seasoning
I guess I get it.
removes the plague.
I know. Did they not get a chance to eat the blatant seasoning?
They were dead
When did they die?
because he didn't have Daniel tongs.
Jay, okay, so we don't have to continue with this. We can teach Jay off camera Like I'm just trying to do an ad read right here.
Yeah, dude.
And
Order
SBS
Daniel's blatant tongs.
I know.
Daniel's tongs and Steve's blatant seasoning. Order those and save. You're not going to save everybody because I'm alone right now in this house. It's a quiet house, but that dog leg, man, holy shit, that was a great dog leg.
It makes it all worth it in the end.
It does.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try it.
All right. All right, boys.
We should probably wrap this pod up. This has been great, but let's do a wrap up. All right.
Thank
We
you,
should
Kenzie
probably
Juggler.
Kenzie Juggler.
Thanks
Who
for
else can
watching.
we shout out?
Wes.
Oh yeah, Kenzie Juggler's a sweet boy, and he said the nicest things, and he's happy to be heard on this podcast, and that makes me happy. So
Kenzie, I don't think you're a piece of shit. It was just a bit. I was joking. Who else did we shout out? Wes. What did you say? West Fulmer?
Yeah, my boy. No, not Fulmer, but
We'll
my
shout
boy
him out
from
too.
work, Wes. Watched every episode. He's the best. You know, love him. Fucking Adam O'Connor, love him. Austin Allen, love him.
Also, just our boys.
Yeah, motherfucking De La Rosa Ryan, Justin Pickrell, motherfucking Chase.
Chase South, our dude. Chase will
Zach
be on here
Russell.
soon.
Yeah.
I know we need to get Chase on here, dude.
Oh yeah.
He
Chase
and
will be
I
on here
giggly
soon.
bitches. I mean,
And of
Yeah.
course, our lovely wives. We love you.
yeah, dude, we got to
Yep.
make that shit happen.
Oh yeah. That's gonna be a good one.
But in the meantime, money.
Money.
What happened?